beep, beep, coming through, coming through. Howdy guys, I'm Jeep and Jason, and today on the AutoEdits Jeep, we're gonna be doing a super easy but highly impactful change up to the rear storage area on this thing. We're gonna do a seat delete and a cargo dog utility box install on this thing. Now this is a really high-end and well thought out option for those of us with four-door Jeep JK and JLs that don't necessarily need the back seats but want the lockable storage space and the flat utility of getting rid of the seat cushions when you do fold the seats down to really maximize the space. Now, I was introduced to this product by my buddy who's really plugged into the SEMA world, and last year the inventor of this, Mike, actually got an award for best design for interior product at the SEMA show, and I kind of want to support that community. And then once I saw the product, it's a no-brainer. And then I called Mike on the phone and got a little bit of background. Now, if you'll notice on the logo down there, there's a Doberman on it. Well, they travel in their Jeep with their Doberman all the time, and they wanted a better solution than, like, I'm sure you guys have done this before. You fold your seats down and there's that like canyon, that cavern in between the back and the seat fold down, and you stuff rags in there. Well, this is partly to just make his Doberman even happier back there, and we're gonna test Pinto out back in there in a little bit. So that was a really critical part of the inspiration behind this, because since they don't carry human passengers in the back of their Jeep, they carry their co-dog. That was, and that to me actually speaks volumes for a guy who's gonna invent something to help make his dog's Jeep life better. That's rad. Now at quick glance, you'll think that these are just steel utility boxes that bolt into the floor on the Jeep, and that's partly true, but what you're missing, and it takes you to just kind of get in and see, is the quality. Like it's really overbuilt, and there's a ton of details. There's a 12-volt power supply, there's switched lighting in here, there's a lot, and hear this stuff? It's really well-built stuff, and it's really hard to convey in videos sometimes the actual build quality, and I think that this should definitely, like, just listen to the sounds that this thing makes, and the hinges, it's piano hinged all the way across on all of the doors, so everything's super durable. The carpet matches the stock interior, so you're really getting a lot here. So the price reflects that. It definitely is not a cheap option to go in the back of your Jeep, but it's a high quality, well thought out option. And I'm gonna definitely appreciate and dig that. Now let's get it installed. I'm gonna show you a few things once we get it in there. Super easy install, flip-flop rated. Let's get going. So before we get to the install, let me give you a quick pro tip to get better access, or give yourself better access to the back of your Jeep for this stuff. Now, there's a trap door right here on the B-pillar of your Jeep, and you just might have to tip your seat forward a little bit. And inside here is the strap. You just lift that off the hook and release that, and then that way your door here will fold forward and out of the way. Just make sure you keep track of it so it doesn't slam and dent the front door as it opens. But even with my core doors, which I could just take off really quickly, that's just a little tip right there to make this install much easier. Let's get busy. I'm gonna start by just dropping both seats down. And then across the back here, there are 1 bolt and 2 nuts to remove. Now, a quick note on removing the 40 of the 60-40 split seats here. You're gonna need to remove the 13mm that attaches it to this mounting bracket here, and then I'm gonna remove the 16mm nut that holds the seat belt that goes with the 40 in place as well, because I ordered an optional bracket from Cargo Dog that will let me actually replace this seat and keep the Cargo Dog on this side. I'll show you that at the end, but it's pretty cool. So let's just buzz these off real quick. Save that. And then there you go, there's the seat belt that will actually live with this seat now. Now to get the bolts on the bottom out, be ready. Those come from the factory with Loctite on them, and they are difficult. If you guys remember years ago when I did a seat recline install, I did those, and I tried to do them with a wrench to show you guys that anybody could do it. And I literally gashed my arm, was trying to cheat. It was hard. Just get an impact. It's way easier. These you should just have if you want to tinker on your vehicle in the future. So just get one. Matter of fact, I have one available in my Amazon store. So just get those buzzed off. So those are an 18mm socket. We'll save those. Now, as you lift this thing up to get it out of your way, I'm just gonna use a bungee cord to keep this from coming down and trying to smack me in the head while I'm working on this. I have enough problems with being clumsy, so that takes care of that. Then we'll come in and hit this last 18mm off the floor. And then you just tilt this seat right out. All right. Now for the large side, we'll do the similar thing. We'll get this thing up out of our way. We'll buzz the fronts off. We'll do our best to disable the guillotine function with a bungee cord. And then down here, you remove these 3 bolts into the pan. So you hear that, that is the Loctite, and I've even had these out once. That's the Loctite fighting you. So just be ready, have the right tools for that, or just a larger ratchet will do this. I did it by hand once before. It wasn't pleasant, just letting you guys know. And then this seat comes out. Boop, boop. In. Now we have a cable here. Now the options for power, for the power supply inside here, can go either into the center console or to the 12-volt adapter in the back of your Jeep if you have that. I do. I use that one for my refrigerator, my ARB refrigerator. So this will go into the one inside here. I'll show you that in a minute. Now that this thing is kind of just situated and in place, we'll kind of get to the, oh, check this out. I forgot to mention, check out the shirt here. The logo is so rad. If you're a Jeep owner, dog lover, kind of those things go hand in hand. This logo is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna email Mike and see if you enter Pinto the dog in your coupon code, no spaces, Pinto the dog, all lowercase. I'll see if Mike will throw in a t-shirt or a swag pack for you with that logo in honor of his Doberman too. So, and Pinto, of course. And what we'll do is we'll stash this out of the way, and then we'll get the carpet. Again, you kind of get the feeling that this stuff is all really on purpose, and that's what I really wanted to make sure that you hear and you feel the tangible quality here. Like the latches are definitely overkill for this. It's just good to know that you're just overbuilt. That's always better, and the quality's there. So for now, we'll just get these bolts, and these are the bolts that came out of the floor, in place. And this one's even easier because it's smaller and lighter. And then there are these pins here that line it up with the larger one, and there's a wire that goes in here for the lights inside here. So we'll get that fed into there, get the pins in place, lined up, make it happy. Let's open it up, get the carpet out. And again, we'll use the stock bolts. Just kind of give a visual to make sure that it looks pretty square, everything's tightened up. And we'll just buzz these down. Now these don't have to be super tight. Just enough so it doesn't sneak around on you. Passenger side, we'll buzz these down. Hopefully you're starting to get a sense for the quality and you can feel the heavy duty nature of this thing. I'm really, really thrilled at that. It's always good when you're bolting in high-end stuff to your Jeep that it feels and it's rewarding in that respect. Oh, let's plug in the lights here. All right, let's get the wiring done. Now that is just a simple matter of taking the lead here that comes from the box to the center console, and I'm gonna use the 12-volt outlet that's inside here. I'm pretty sure most of the JKs and JLs have one down inside there. I'm just gonna go inside here, we'll plug it in, and then there's room for a wire to tuck in here so that this will actually close perfectly just like that, and then you just tuck the excess down inside the seat here. All right, so let's take a tour of the central locked storage here and we'll power it on. Boom. Lights, deluxe LED, and it's on a switch, so you can actually leave this on and you can see it will shut the light off as you close the door. Oh, hey, look, there's the instructions. We probably should have referenced those. Got some stickers, and let me show you what these are for. These are for the seat belt, to keep the seat belts out of the way. So to give you a tour along the back wall here, you have a 12-volt outlet there, LED backlit, and then you have 2 USB chargers. This is gonna be super practical for me to recharge GoPro batteries. I'm gonna use this entire cubby right here to just store and recharge GoPro batteries, and it just makes this super practical. And then lock it up safe. So the little Velcro straps that come with the kit actually are here to help keep your seat belt out of your way and like to capture it up here against the sport bar here. Now, I'm not gonna do that because I have the half top from Best Top and the seat belt actually comes through there, so that won't really work for my application. So I'm just gonna use a T50 Torx and just pull this top thing off and just keep it down in the tub here. So that cleans up this area and is literally just 1 bolt away from just reinstalling that, so it's not a big deal. That's one of the things I really like about this, is that everything is transferable either direction within 10-15 minutes. And I think that that just adds so much utility to your Jeep. So if you do haul passengers around, this is a quick transition. And then you want to go to on a camping trip, or you're going to take your dog mostly, then this is what you're going to do. Now, while I am going to pull the seatbelt down from the top here on this side as well, I do want to feature one other thing that I encourage you to order when you order your kit. This bracket is extra, but what this affords you to do, again, it's the versatility that I'm looking for, is you bolt this bracket into the floor and then you can pull the 40% cargo storage here out and put your small jump seat back in. That way, if you're on a trip and you might have a passenger, that gives you that perfect ability to be able to run around with that seat here and still have all of this. Again, this is like such a useful compartment here with all the power features and then the lockability, and then you can access this from the driver's seat. It's just huge. This is really, really neat. So go ahead when you're ordering this, get this bracket. That way you have that versatility to be able to run without this and have the jump seat in here. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this seat belt down from here. Now what I'm gonna do as well is I'm gonna go ahead and undo the seat belt at the bottom here and then just zip tie everything up in the back here, just because I'm really into keeping it tidy. And what, does this take another 30 seconds to reinstall? That's, again, such a cool feature. And then tighten that back down, and I'll do that to the other side as well. So now I'll just use the Velcro straps that it comes with and just improvise, and then just use it to kind of keep all this together here, and then use some wire ties to keep this up and out of the way. All right, now for the first ever internet storage box camera view. Did it work? It worked. And now for the final test to see if it's Pinto approved, right? This is half of what this is about, since she doesn't like Jeeping with me that much. What do you think, Pinto? Do you like all this stuff? Let's see how she looks in there. Good girl. What do you think? Well, I love it. So I definitely say this is Pinto approved. I definitely approve. I can't wait to get this thing out on the trails again and actually use it around town. I'm gonna have that peace of mind of being able to lock up some stuff and be able to stay open if I'd like, and just have that security. It's great. Versatility is good in a rig like this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, enjoy your drive. We're getting Pinto hairs on it, and it's okay. Good girl.